All right, so recently a big healthcare advertising and marketing agency reached out to me through my website and handed me this great job for a massive pharmaceutical company. No audition necessary. They just gave me the job. And apparently there are more jobs on the way and, knock on wood, it looks like they're going to be a really good partner for a really long time. So how, you may ask, did I get this primo client? Did I market to them for months with snappy content and radically consistent follow-up? Plot twist, no, I did not. They found me using, wait for it, Google. Ever heard of it? They searched for medical narrators, found me, and dumped a bag of money on my doorstep. And the fact is, your dream client is searching for you right now and you don't even know it. Someone with your exact skills. Maybe they need a voice actor who can, crush an e-learning project. They type in a few words into Google, boom, pages full of results. But, my friend, where are you? Not page 1. Not page 2, you're way down in the witness protection program of search results on Google, where no one ever sees or hears from you. And that is why SEO matters. Search engine optimization. It's about showing up where your clients are already looking. Now, before you get too far ahead of me, SEO is not just for Fortune 500 companies with rooms full of nerds in the dark optimizing an algorithm. It's also for you, the scrappy, creative professional, the solopreneur making shit happen. And here's another thing you didn't know. You don't need to spend hours every day working on SEO or even to get started hiring a professional. With an hour or two a week and some smart strategies, you can eventually start climbing in the Google rankings. And I know this because at the end, I'm going to show you my results, and I've been concentrating on SEO for less than a year. So let's talk about the things you can do. Simple, approachable strategies that any busy freelancer, voice actor, you name it, can implement. Let's start with keywords. These are your new best friends. Keywords are the bread and butter of SEO. They're essentially how your clients find you. Think about it. If somebody needs your services, what, pray tell, are they going to type into Google? That is your starting point. So let's say you're a freelance voice actor and you specialize in e-learning. Is someone just going to type into Google voice actor? Probably not. It's pretty broad. But explainer video voice actor, fast turnaround? Yeah, that's much more specific. These longer, more specific conversational style keywords are called long tail keywords. And they are gold. They are less competitive and more effective for your clients to find you. Meaning the people using these long tail keywords, are more likely to actually need you right now. Not sure where to start? I wasn't. There's a few tools that can help. First, Google's own autocomplete, meaning start typing something into the Google search bar and see what the options are that crop up. There are also tools like Keywords Everywhere and Ubersuggest that can give you ideas. But maybe the best source of long-term keywords is thinking like your client, getting into their head. What are their pain points? What are they searching for? What would they actually type into Google when they need help? If you can answer that, you got a great start on your keywords. Number 2, a little TLC for your website. Let's talk about your site for a second. Now, look, it doesn't have to be a work of art, but it does need to be functional and it does need to be optimized. Look, your website as a freelancer, especially as a voice actor, is your digital storefront. Is it welcoming? Is it easy to navigate? Or is it a cluttered mess that makes you want to shut your laptop? Specific to your site, let's start with the titles of your pages. Every page on your site needs a unique title that is clear and simple and includes the main keyword relevant for that page. So for example, and this is in the meta description of your page, not necessarily what your human user is going to see. Instead of about me or how about Paul Schmidt, voice actor for explainer videos. This helps Google and your prospects know exactly what you're all about. Then there's the meta description of your page. So when your page pops up in search results, it's that paragraph below the title that explains what that page is all about. This is the elevator pitch for that page. Write something snappy and compelling and keyword rich that makes people want to click and go to that page. Now, a meta description can be really any length, but in reality, Google will show about the first 155, 160 characters or so. Everything else after that's going to get cut off. But everything else after that is also still important for SEO, so don't keep your meta descriptions to 160 characters. You can write them out, just know that the 160 up front is going to be the most important for the human user. Try to keep it overall to about 400 characters or less. And please, for the love of all things holy, please make sure your site is fast. A slow loading site is like a bad date, man. Nobody's sticking around for the check, and it's going to hurt you with SEO. There are free tools like Google's Page Speed or GTmetrix, and you can find out specifically what is slowing your site down and how to fix it. Next, content is king, but you got to make it count. Yeah, I know. You've heard it all before. Content is king. And yeah, it's a trope, it's a cliche. But the reason it's a trope and a cliche is because it's absolutely true. Regularly evolving and updating and adding to your site with fresh, relevant content, that's like a love letter to Google. It shows that you're active, it shows that you're relevant, and it shows that you're worth ranking. Now, you don't need to blog every single week and turn out, mediocre content just for the sake of content. Focus on quality over quantity. Write about the things that matter not to you, but to your clients. Answer their questions, solve their problems, address their pain points. Now, that said, quality and quantity is better than quality alone. But keep it client focused. If you're a voice actor, you might write a post entitled, How to Choose the Right Voice Actor for Your Corporate Video. A website designer might try something like 5 mistakes small businesses make with their websites. Great content is not just about SEO, it's about building that know, like, and most importantly, trust factor with your audience. That's showing your prospects that you get them, that you understand them, and that you're tailoring the content to them. And remember, content, as we think about it, doesn't always have to be the written word. It can be a video. It can be an infographic. It can be a case study. The key is to keep it client-focused on them, their problems, their challenges, their pain points. Next, think local, even if you're global. Here's a sneaky little trick for you, local SEO. Now, this is even more important for people who are bound to their geography, people that have to work where they are, people like photographers. But even if you're a voice actor, you're not bound by geography, you can work globally as long as you have good internet. Local SEO still helps your rankings. Start by claiming your Google business profile. You can Google that exact phrase, Google Business Profile. Yeah, even if you work globally or nationally. Fill it out with all the details, your business name, your location, your hours, the services you offer, some photos, and most importantly, ask your clients to leave their reviews for you there too. And keep your SEO hat on. Don't forget to sprinkle your site with local-oriented keywords. If you're a Tucson-based voice actor, then sprinkle the word Tucson and Arizona in and around your website, maybe on the About page, occasionally in a blog post. Even just a subtle nod to your location can make a big difference. Build your links like a networking pro. Let's talk about backlinks. In SEO, backlinks are literally that. They're links back to your website from another website. In SEO, backlinks are like endorsements for your site. When another website links back to yours, it's telling Google, hey, this person knows their shit. The more quality backlinks you have, the more trustworthy and credible you look to Google and the other search engines. So how do you get backlinks, a lot of them, without being spammy? And just like voiceover, and often like all forms of freelancing, collaboration is your best bet here. Partner with other voice actors, other freelancers, maybe other producers, and share each other's content. Offer to write a guest post for somebody else or for an industry blog in exchange for a link. And if if somebody does an interview or podcast with you, don't be shy about asking them to link back to your website. It's all about relationships, kids, just like real life networking, except, without all the awkward side talk. Do not sleep on social media. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does SEO really matter for social media? And the answer is technically No, it does not. Social media does not directly impact your organic search rankings, but it does amplify your content, and that does help. When you share your content, your blog posts, gigs that you've done, your portfolio, testimonials on social media, you are driving traffic to your site. And when people visit your site and engage with your content, Google likey. So keep your social media game strong, post consistently, keep driving traffic to your site, use your keywords in your captions, and always, upon penalty of death, always include a link back to your site. It's the little stuff that adds up. Finally, let's talk about the little things that can add up and compound over time and really make a big difference. Alt text, for example. This is the text that tells Google and the other search engines what your images on your site are all about. It's quick and it's easy to add, and it makes your site more accessible too for those who have accessibility issues. Also, internal linking. This is where you link to one page on your site from another page on your site. Internal linking does a couple of things. First, it helps Google understand the structure of your site, and it keeps users engaged with your site even longer. So let's say you do a blog post about your production process. Then link that to maybe 2 or 3 examples elsewhere on your site to show people how that process manifests in the real world. And lastly, don't forget, as we said before, but I'm going to say it again, to keep your site fresh. Keep adding projects. Keep adding social proof and testimonials and relevant pages. Refresh your old blog posts with current examples. Google loves sites that evolve and grow. The bottom line here, kids, is that SEO isn't magic, and it sure as hell isn't instant. It's more like planting a garden. You won't see the seeds sprout overnight, but with consistent effort and care and feeding and watering, you will begin to see things start to grow. I started consistently concentrating on SEO at the beginning of this year. Now, here we are in November, and I am seeing significant results. My organic search traffic has gone up by a factor of 6 in less than a year, and clients are reaching out to me more than ever from my organic search results because they were able to find me at the exact moment they were looking. Now, the good news is, as I said, you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to spend a ton of time doing this. You need to be consistent over time. And if I'm being honest, given all these strategies that I've laid out for you today, I haven't been super consistent with all of them, but I have been consistent about creating content, about my keywords, and about commitment. An hour or 2 a week can make a big difference. Tackle one strategy at a time. Start with your keywords, then optimize your site, then start working on your content. It's all about taking small, incremental steps consistently over time, just like, well, anything you want to accomplish in this world. So at the end of the day, SEO is not just about the rankings. It's about people being able to find you when they're looking. So yeah, I guess I take it back. It is about the rankings. Not sure what I was thinking there. So go ahead, start planting those SEO seeds now and start enjoying the results in less than a year. And while you're doing that, go on over to VO Pro and get my Move, Touch, Inspire newsletter that comes out every Thursday for thousands of voice actors and solopreneurs and freelancers just like you. And get more information on the VO Freedom Master Plan, which teaches you how to market your services directly to prospects so that when they do have a project come up, they think of you first. If you found value from this video, help us help other voice actors and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs by sharing this video with them, whether it's on social media or by email or whatever you prefer. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you back here again next week.